life on the line. Juggling these streets, keep the streets on the line. Hustle to increase, put it all on the line. House to south, fat with freedom, walking yards on the line. Every day I wake up like my life on the line. Juggling these streets, keep the streets on the line. Hustle to increase, put it all on the line. House to south, fat with freedom, walking yards on the line. Every day 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 on the soapbox. Every day on the line. I remember every day on the line. Every day on the line. I remember being young as fuck, staring out of my window, gazing at the trees, wondering how does the wind blow. Young and innocent, blind to world's deceptions. No knowledge of the race, just my parents' protection. Outside unruly, had to catch that quick. Was either the one with bananas or getting that ass whipped. Sandbox, the private block, either up the law status. Shoot gang dictator, whether or not you had cabbage. Daniel was at the side, both sides got active. Baby on the way, our robbery start cracking. No deep on missions with the bullshit.
Hey, squares everywhere, beware. I'm JJ FOMBY on the line with JJ FOMBY and Drew podcast.
What's happening with it? What's happening with it? How y'all doing out there?
We live today. We fresh live. We fresh off the stove, baby. We popping.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Junior being Hollywood right now. He in the airport. You understand? We're going to a secret location. And we just randomly just felt like we just pop in. Everybody know what the business is and how we doing, what we doing. So, somebody, what's up? How you doing, Mr. McNeil? Somebody popped in already. So, we're gonna run through a few things, and we got a guest today. We got attorney coming in a few seconds. Counsel will be speaking about a little bit about what took place today. We're talking about the media. We're talking on Mr. Dr. Bill Cosby was released today from a correctional facility. So, yeah. If I'm gonna understand it correctly, it was a prosecutor's misconduct at the time. So I do further research, but I think that's the reason his case was overturned. And we're gonna what'd you say, Junior?
However you said he out. However it is, he out.
Yeah, he's a free man. So we're gonna bring in counsel.
He's a free man.
We're gonna bring in counsel right now. How you doing, Mr. Camp? How you doing?
I'm all right. How's it going?
Welcome to the show, my man. Welcome to the show.
Hey, happy to be here.
For sure, most definitely. We appreciate you taking the opportunity. I know it's been a hell of a day today, and I do really appreciate you sacrificing these few moments that you could be with your family to tap in right quick. And I know I caught you on spare moment notice, but the event, I don't know how much you was ever together because today you had a hell of a long day, emotional and business day today, So I don't know if you caught up, but that Dr. Bill Cosby was released from the institution. By you being attorney at law, I thought you'd be able to, with much you know at this time, elaborate on what took place. That's anything you can ever do.
Yeah, interesting situation. I got a chance to, slightly become familiar with it, but not all the way. Nevertheless, crazy situation. I know everybody's freaking out, thinking about how could this happen, or how could he get out? How can he be free, or whatever the situation is? Because it seemed like it just happened out of nowhere. But I think a lot of people understand that it was more so a procedural issue for the most part. Like, it had nothing to do with whether he did or didn't do anything. That's a different topic in itself. And, it pretty much came down to how the evidence was presented, or what evidence was presented, or the fact that a case couldn't be brought in the first place. And that's a procedural issue. So, kicked it up to appeals, and basically, at that point, that's law. Most people don't know that. That's law. Once it go up to appeals, once you appeal something and the judge makes a ruling, they're making something a law, without people having to vote on it or any of that stuff. So, I have to read that opinion. It's 78 pages. So I haven't went through every single page. It's thick, you know, but that's 78
78 pages.
pages.
That's a
That
lot.
says that's 78 pages of law, you know, for the most part. So, you
Yeah.
know, you gotta go through that. You gotta really look at that because you know it may turn on certain things, but it's almost looking like new law may have been made because you know they used evidence or they brought a case that they said they wouldn't bring, and so it got him immunity for it. So, you know, it seems like maybe that could be new law on the horizon. You know, as far as you know, having immunity deals with prosecutors and them promising not to prosecute you, you know, once you go through the civil aspect of the case and all that stuff. So I got to go through it. I got to dive through it, honestly. But I know that it was a procedural issue. I know that it was kicked up to the, you know, the appeals court. And, you know, they ruled in his favor. I don't think that it mattered, honestly. Um, he had a 3 to 10 year sentence. He did 2 years already. So, you know, I don't think that, you know, people should drive themselves crazy about it for the most part.
And the crazy part about it is it was done quietly. You didn't hear him
Hmm.
trying. It didn't go through the news. You know, Mr. Cosby trying to do this. He's trying to do that. It was you just woke up this morning. Was like, oh yeah, I'm out.
Yeah,
However he did
yeah,
it. However he did it.
yeah. Definitely, definitely. When the opinion dropped, you
Because
know, it
usually,
was
yeah,
like, hey, he's
usually
out.
when it's a big case like that,
Hmm.
you hear him fighting it, or oh yeah, you hear through the news of what he's doing, but you didn't hear nothing. It was just super quiet.
I mean, I feel like I heard maybe a few rumors here and there, like, you know, Cosby feels like he should be out for XYZ. Nevertheless, you're right. You know, just boom, he's free. He's already at home. You know, or he's going home, and you know, just like that. I know that that is a crazy aspect of it, but nevertheless, I think what what most people don't realize is most people are appealing cases all the time, left and right, any which way
Hmm.
you can. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Any way you can, two at a time. You know, in federal, state, whatever you can. You know what I'm saying? I know you
Yeah,
feel me.
yeah.
So I think it kind of got drowned out. You know, to that point, like anybody that's famous in jail, they put in the pills. So, you know, they probably didn't take it serious. You know,
Well,
and then boom,
let me ask you this real quick. So when he first went through this whole ordeal from the beginning, whoever his lawyers was probably coached him and told him, "Look, go on and sit down." That's probably why he didn't take it to trial. I mean, why he didn't take the deal? He took it to trial. His lawyer probably was like, "Look, we gonna send this to the appellate court. Just sit down
hmm,
for these amount of years." So he probably knew what was going on, and he probably had contact back and forth with
hmm,
his lawyer, and he already was kicking back, knowing, okay, I'm about to beat this, through legal paper and legal documents and legal visits and stuff like
absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. You got to get it on record so you can appeal it. You have
Excuse me.
to.
Yeah,
Excuse me. Junior, let me
yeah.
interject here right quick because anytime that you fight lose in a jury trial, uh, you always some automatic depending on what kind of case you get an automatic appeal like death penalty or something like that. But and you get an attorney, but most of the time you have to file for your appeal. All cases don't automatically be appealed. Some you have to file, and then some like we take a deal in California, you can appeal your case for only two reasons. If I'm correct, that's a search and seizure issue and sentence reduction. But if you took a deal,
Uh,
if you took a plea bargain deal, the only issues you
but
could
he went to
tackle.
But
trial.
those are procedural issues right there, though. You know, search and
So,
seizure, all that stuff, getting in the courtroom and all
yeah,
that.
exactly. So even though if you take a deal for the record for the people that are listening, some of those are
Mm,
just for information that know that if you take a deal, you're going to appeal. You can appeal only two issues you can attack, unless you got newly discovered evidence. But that's
yeah.
something different.
Nah,
But
that yeah.
yeah,
I think he had
yeah.
that.
But no, I'm talking
Yeah.
about in his case. They always tell you, look, man, don't worry about nothing. This is no counsel, no pun intended. You personally, but most attorneys, especially PDs, they'll tell you, hey, look, don't worry about nothing. We got it on record, on file. We're gonna appeal this case. Things can happen. You can get overturned to come out. They tell us every attorney tells that to the client when they lose.
Oh yeah,
You
of
know what I'm
course,
saying?
of course.
When you in
That's
the
what I'm
state or the
saying. Like
federal.
they probably just like, yeah, everybody said, you know what I'm saying? Everybody says that, everybody thinks that. So nobody
Correct,
took
correct.
it serious when he,
But
decided to appeal.
correct. When you make something, when you use the word opinion, could you further elaborate what opinions? Because a lot of people are laymen to the law. The viewers are listening to this, they're not understanding what you mean by opinion. They might think, just somebody running off at the mouth. But if you can, in the best way possible,
Oh yeah,
layman
yeah,
terms to the
yeah.
people that's viewing this show, what opinion means.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because definitely when you say it out loud, opinions are like facts. Opinions, we understand it as that, as what someone's thoughts are. However, in a way, opinions are judges' thoughts. Anytime a judge makes a ruling, most times a judge makes a ruling, they come out with what's called an opinion, and that's the judge explaining the ruling they're going to choose. And within that explanation, you'll get what attorneys like to call as a rule, a judge, say a bottom line rule. And that rule is what we are take and use and apply and make it new law. Like that makes it new law. Whichever way the judge sways, they will write a report on it. Let's call it a report, but really they're writing a long published document detailing which way they chose on the case and why they chose that way and moving forward. So, and we use that to determine what essentially is the law. You use that as that becomes the law. Police officers have to listen to that. Prosecutors have to listen to that. That is the new law.
So
Yes,
let,
sir.
let me ask you this real quick. When that goes into effect, does that goes into the law books where other people can use that specific case to help their case if it's
Hmm.
something similar?
Absolutely. That's why
Ah,
opinions are
okay.
more than just, like opinions of someone saying, no, these opinions are laws now. So this is what we're going to use, especially as attorneys, to say our client was
Please make
wronged or
calling customer
use.
Bernardo wait. Party of two, if you are in the terminal, please make your way to gate 51B to speak with a JetBlue crew member. Once again, Bernardo Wade, if you are in the terminal, please proceed to gate
Oh,
51B to speak with a JetBlue crew member.
Hello?
yep. Still going. Still
Back.
going. We having technical difficulties. There we
Right.
go.
Yeah. So, basically, attorneys use those opinions to get the law enforced. That is the new law. And it doesn't matter what's a statute at that point or what's a code or anything. If the judge makes an opinion, that supersedes pretty much everything at that point until something else is enacted or until people vote on the new law.
Mm. So now do you think this will go into effect that'll be cemented as okay, this will be a law depending on how they draw it up?
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, in his case, how do you feel that I guess you want to call them the victims? What do you think that they're feeling right now that they went through all this, digging up evidence, bringing people out of the woodworks, and then this happens?
That was the interesting thing about this case. I saw evidence, especially some things he maybe admitted, but I think the media made it seem like more than it really was. Like, oh, 60 women come forward and all these pages and all this stuff. I didn't see from my research that was the type of evidence there. I think the media kind of made it that much evidence. So I am always hesitant when I speak on the evidence of that case and as far as the victims are concerned because we don't know who the victims are. You know, uh,
Now, shouldn't
we
I
only
mean
know
at
maybe
some
a
point?
couple.
At some point, shouldn't it be some type of statute of limitations that you can only go back so far, no matter what the crime or what the situation is?
Probably, but I mean, it seems like the law is moving more and more away from that. So you know, it seems like it's just moving more and more away from that. You see, as the laws let you go back almost like 40 years sometimes. So it's just
Yeah.
you know what type of era we're in now. You know.
I definitely told you multiple.
Oh, real quick.
Yeah,
Um,
you responded.
sad news just hit the wire that legendary rapper DJ Biz Markie has passed
No,
away.
you're good.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so shouts out to the Biz Markie family and his whole camp and crew,
No,
and
well,
it's just man, a legendary guy we lost again. That's been in the game for
well, I know
40 years or
Randy
something
asked
like
me if
that.
everything would be okay when I come home.
Yeah.
So, but
Shout out to his family, man. Long live Biz Markie. Make the music with your mouth, Biz.
Yeah,
Right there in
yeah.
that day. Yeah. Um, so counsel, I'd like to ask a question to you about I'd like to ask a question uh, uh, about the cases that you've been fighting lately. Do you fight what not well not about your cases especially about what kind of cases are you taking? You fighting criminal, civil, like
Right now, both. I have criminal clients. Um, I don't take lots of them, but I do have criminal clients right now. Um, I have employment cases, employment law. If you've been discriminated at the workplace, retaliated against, wrongfully terminated, that focused. I am primarily in that area, and
I'm glad. I'm about to get on my.
also, I'm willing to handle um, domestic violence, restraining orders in general in any area, honestly. So, that's pretty much my range, but mostly criminal and employment law for the most part.
um is there any way that any viewers can contact you if they really trying to get an attorney or do you have enough business already? Or are you they can find you, how can they find you through email? How can they locate you, man?
Oh, they can locate me a lot of places, honestly. I don't mind an email. Honestly, if you want to email me at camper camperesq short for Esquire at outlook.com, camperesq at outlook.com, or honestly, can call me anytime between Monday through Fridays, anytime. Call me and leave a voicemail, or if I answer and have time, I'll definitely take the consultation. And my number is 619-560-8404.
Okay, yeah, we want to make sure that because might be some people might need counsel, man, and we'd like to see anybody needing counsel, lawyer. You can contact me with that information you just displayed to us. Um, what I'm asking this earlier when I spoke with you, I spoke with a Junior. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear
Uh,
you.
oh yeah, earlier when I spoke with you, uh, I asked you a question uh, about the kind of cases that's been going on. What is the sound with the new district attorney out here now? Are they really trying to reform criminals now, trying to get them the instead of just locking everybody up? Are they really taking precautionary measures to reform some of the people that been taking cases, dope cases? You know, are they trying to reform the criminals now? At one point, they was not,
Yeah,
but
definitely
now,
not at one point. But it depends on your area. If you are in Los Angeles, their prosecutor is trying to reform things. He's receiving a lot of pushback right now because actually the prosecutors union is suing him because of certain things that he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to add certain enhancements. He doesn't. I think he didn't even want to do the death penalty. So they're suing him. His own employees that are under him are suing him. They're literally so mad that they're at their boss because they can't, essentially be overzealous or thirsty to throw people in jail, that they're suing their boss because their boss is telling them to, pull the reins back. Now, I
Mm.
had an in-depth conversation about this today with a public defender in Los Angeles right now, alternative public defender, and he's actually a pretty good public defender, by the way. Like, he's one of those ones that like love taking everything to trial and stuff like that. But nevertheless, he was saying that he does see a reform. However, is not as much reform because one, these prosecutors are literally just like not listening to their boss, like still adding stuff. On the gang, some of the gang stuff, there's still some gang stuff they're doing as far as gang enhancements and all that stuff. So he feels like there's some areas they definitely could get better on, but he is definitely reforming things in a way better than it was, I will say.
Okay, that's a beautiful. Hey, Junior, you got something you want to ask him? That's good to hear that.
Lately, they've been talking about closing down Men's Central Jail. What do you
Mm.
think about that? That thing has been there since God knows when. You probably know a lot of people who've been through there more than once, more than twice. So, how do you feel about them closing that place down?
This is the first time I'm hearing about it, so I would honestly have a lot of questions. I mean, first thought about closing any you said a jail, right?
Yeah,
Closing
I
any
think yeah.
jail down or anything like that. I want, less jails. We got more jails and prisons in California than we have colleges. So I think that they built those places to just to throw us in. So I kind of first thought about anything being destroyed like a jail or something. I'm probably happy about it, to be honest with you. I don't know many details though, so I do have a lot of questions about it.
Yeah, that's why that's why I was saying about that they got to do these like reform things, have people going to classes, learning about behavior, learning their triggers, these different kind of classes instead of just shutting the gym down. I think they smart people will have some kind of program set up to make these men or ladies a little bit better than they was before they went in, as far as high school GT, college classes, behavior classes, mental health treatment. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that they
Yeah,
taking that kind of steps in the matter. How
yeah.
often? I mean, how do you feel being an attorney, man? Are you passionate about the cases that you take, like seeing the people that you knew, and then coming from you where you come from, and coming in and seeing how things are ran and how people interacting with your clients and how they are and before they go into court. Did it take you some time, or do you have to pray before you go inside the court to battle these people? Or I mean, just trying to ask.
Uh, uh, yeah, I will say that a lot of stuff comes natural as far as talking to the clients and you know, um, even sometimes speaking to judge, and it's a lot of legal jargon that you got to memorize kind of to, be heard by the judge. But I will say, most times I do, I always say, if God can be for me, who can be against me? I will say that because I say that before I do anything as far as in the courtroom, because usually it's just me and so many rules and books and things and laws that you got to know, and one little slip up can get you in trouble or mess things up for your client. I
Mm-hmm.
know that having so much success and going against these huge corporations with their hundreds of attorneys and still being successful, I know the Lord definitely has to be with me, because it's definitely not just me, just out here, just taking down these giants, So
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
most
I
definitely.
definitely say that to myself when
Hey,
going.
yeah. I said you used the word earlier. You said you had a discussion with an alternate public defender, right? And I said to him when you
Uh-huh.
said that, I had an alternate public defender in one case before, and he wasn't that bad, but he was a public defender. But we always say public defenders are, I don't know if you ever heard this term, public defenders are dump trucks, meaning that they don't fight for you. They just
Mhm.
go in there and walk, put it on remote control and walk through the motions. Like I said, nothing towards you personally. It just you ain't got no money, you got to
Mhm.
do fighting for you.
Yep.
They be
Yep.
fighting for you. Man, it's rough. You start reevaluating. Man, what the hell was I doing? Damn, I should have got me an attorney. Damn, I should have never did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be in a situation to get this person that's going to
Yeah.
really enrich your life. They got your life in their hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That people did something wrong or didn't do something wrong. You got a person coming there. You praying that they're gonna do the right thing, say the right thing for you. A lot of times they got it on remote control. They just running like a robot through the whole process. So I heard when you said that this one you talked to was a good one, and I thought to myself, I did have one of them before. They wasn't that bad. They fought for me. So you have interaction with different attorneys, huh? Okay.
You know what I think, man. I think sometimes when you have that client attorney confidentiality, man, at what point do you just say, you know what, bro, let's go on and take this deal, or we ain't gonna go that route. Just being totally honest with him, like, look, man, this ain't gonna work. We better do it this way. How often does that come across your table?
Uh, lately LA's been certain, depending on the county, they've been better to where they've been giving deals to where it's been, if your client, like, caught on camera, did it, all that stuff, and you know what I'm saying, and and they over here, like, yeah, we know he did it, he trying to give him probation or something like that. You starting to get more lenient prosecutors now, depending on the county, but other than that, yeah, there are times I have to tell my clients, like, no, that's not really a good deal, but it is your life. But I don't really think I think we could get better. Sometimes you have to do that. And the funny thing is, the public defender I was dealing with, just talking to today, that's how he is. He'll tell his clients that this is a crappy deal. Like, it's a crappy deal. You want to go to trial or not? It's up to you. I can try to push for a better deal, let me know. So, it just depends, I think. But yeah, that was my problem with the public defender's office. Even interning in law school, I didn't like that. They give them so many clients, like 50 clients a week,
Woo!
that you have no choice
That's
but to kind of alleviate some of that, by taking a couple of the deals that come. The system can never afford for everybody to go to trial. 99.8% of cases settle. So, everybody depends on the settlements for the most part. I won't just put that on public defenders, but I will say they get so many clients. That's why I won't take that many clients, because I want to be able to fight if I have to. I don't want to be in a
ah
position to have so many clients where I'm like, I don't got time to fight for you, as much as I
whew.
want to, So, that's
Do
kind of a
you
little
work
perspective
as
on it.
to, they have certain situations to where I can keep you on file. I don't know what the name of it is, but I
Retainer,
can keep you on file.
retain,
Yeah. Yeah, I
retainer.
can just give you a certain amount of money a month or a week, and you just be there when I need you. If I DUI
Yeah,
at night, you know what I'm saying? You
no,
come get
definitely.
out your bed, come down there and get me.
Definitely, they have retainer payments. Which you can do. What clients usually do when they'll they'll say, "Hey, pay $10,000 down. I charge 250 an hour. So as I work for you and pull away from, I'll pull it out of that money and tell you when that money is depleted." Sometimes they just pay their attorney monthly just so they can be on call whenever they need. You know,
Do you
so
have a
it
system
is
set
the
up like that?
yeah, I do that. In some cases, I take on contingency where I say, hey, if you win this case, you know, I'll have a percentage of it, but you don't have to pay anything up front. So depending on the case, I'll do that also. So
Oh yeah, that's a guaranteed win.
yeah,
Oh,
you got to calculate it, but most of the time, you hope so.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Most definitely. Look, I know you just counsel just got out of court, and I was like, Mr. Camper, I would like for you to come back at a later date, man, and have more dialogue about the law. I know you've been a very long day. I'm highly appreciate that you took the opportunity to tap in with us, and I appreciate you coming on the line. Much love and respect. Uh, Anything you like to say before we let Junior before I let him go? Because I know he got his family and you've
Oh
been
yeah,
working.
man. Same thing. Same thing. Thanks for coming on. Sharing your information and what you could talk about and letting people know. And we would like to have you on at a later date. We might have some questions for you from the viewers and the listeners. So hopefully, when you do come back, somebody can get you on their case and you can get them out of whatever situation they're in.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks for having me, y'all. And yeah, just let me know when contact me, and then we'll get it going again.
Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Much
sir.
love and
Appreciate
respect.
it.
No
Have a good
problem.
day. God bless, bro. Yeah, that was
Yeah, that was some good info, man. Some things I didn't know.
yeah, yeah. Man, I'm tripping off. Man, that was a lot going on right there. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Mr. Bill Cosby is free. Yeah, that's I like to see a little bit more about that. And when you talk about that opinion, that's where you know where the mess up went, where the mess up took place. And that's why they made that decision. The judge made that still made that decision to overturn that case. Yeah,
But see, here's the thing about that. I mean, you have been sitting on the yard and seen a lot of guys who've been down 5, 10, 15 years. All of a sudden, they've been fighting and fighting and fighting. You yourself, and technicality through paperwork, or you just been fighting and you got that overturned.
yeah, that's a doozy there, man. That's a long wait, man. Because sometimes you don't know uh, when it's coming or is it ever going to come? It's just
Yeah,
it's something different, man. It's different when you out there.
but see, I'm gonna tell you this: with Mr. Cosby's situation, he has resources to keep somebody fighting for him.
Yeah, yes he did. Yeah, yes he did.
Yeah. So he has resources. You and I, the average street punk, you know, after we, exhaust all our resources, we like, you know what, man, you know, let me keep my fingers crossed and hopefully they'll knock on my cell and say, hey man, you got a legal visit, you going back to court. That's always a good thing when you hear that.
Yeah, you know what? That's yes, sir. But and usually, if you got a prayer team on your side that helps you get that knock on the door, that legal mail come out and they got you in the day room or the program off and you open up your legal mail, or they got that conference call coming from attorney, or they tell you to go down and get on the payphone. Counsel want to talk to you on the phone. They want to tell you something. That's how you know it's hot. That's how you know it's hot.
Hmm.
Yeah, when they call you up in the
Yeah.
program in California, hey, look, you got an attorney call, attorney visit, or you need to get on
Hopefully
the
we can
call, call this number because your attorney waiting on you to
uh,
call.
get him back on the show so he can help some of the homies.
Yeah, well, like I say, he picking and choosing this case. It's like he ain't gonna flood himself because man, that's a beast fighting downtown Los Angeles. Woof,
Oh
man.
yeah, man. And we ain't even talking about the drive. We ain't gonna talk about the drive on the freeway getting to downtown Los Angeles. That's a case within itself.
Yeah, I was just talking about. I'm talking about the whole court going down in the courtroom.
Oh yeah.
All
Oh
the
yeah, man. That's
lawyers,
it's just. But
cops
you
up
know what
there.
though, man? That I didn't want to ask him that because we still want to keep him confidential on what he does. But a lot of times, and I know this personally, a lot of times the public defender and the district attorney and everybody who's going against you, they usually friends and have came up in college together or was in school together. And while you sitting in the chow hall, they're having lunch together, talking about, look, man, I can do this for your client. And tell you get where I'm going.
Yeah, man, it's a cold, it's a
So,
shitty deal. It is, man. They down there eating bonbons together,
uh,
Talking about, man, you take him, I ain't taking him, whoop wop. Take to him with
Oh
little
yeah.
flies, man. Hey, look.
And,
Hey, they
and you
press
know
top
what? In
family.
that situation, man, it's always about favors. You owe me one. Now it's
Mm-hmm.
time to collect.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
all
all
about
good.
favors, man.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, man.
So
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you one thing. You don't know how bad you in until they got you in the penitentiary doing a license or hundreds of years. You start reevaluating everything in your mind. Uh, and one thing you got to say, man, that you should never ever. A man told me this, and tripped me out when he told me because he said never box yourself in.
mm,
It was an old smoker. Smoker was in the tank with me, and he read my case. He said, "Man, boy, youngster, you box yourself in." I was like, "Man, what? What you talking to, man? You know who I am? And I put these things on you up in this cell, boy. B. I was kind of conflicted when he said I was high. So I'm gonna take off on this fool. You talking about me? He's like, yeah, youngster, you box yourself in, man. You should never box yourself in. And then I said myself, I'm gonna knock his teeth out. You know what I'm saying? Just I was young. We're talking about 30 years ago, and he was talking about me. So I felt offended that I didn't know that I boxed myself in. And then he recognized that I boxed myself in, and he told me about myself. That's how I'm feeling conflicted. My thing is,
mm.
people don't never box themselves in, period. You know what I'm saying? It's easy
One,
said than done. So,
yeah, real quick, man. Once again, we lost another hip hop icon, man. You know, Biz Markie. I don't know if you guys know about that already, but yeah, if you do, prayers out to the Biz Markie family, his camp, that whole crew over there. Biz Markie is definitely a staple in the hip hop game. So we lost him. He passed away. Prayers up to Biz Markie and his family. So I just want to put that out there real quick.
most definitely, man. Yeah, it's you got to learn how to enjoy the ones that here. Uh, love your loved ones while you're here, man. Give them their flowers while you're alive. Don't have no resentment against anybody you lose in your family, man. Because you stuck on some bullshit. So it's best to amend them fences, man. Keep your slate clean and enjoy your life on this earth, man. Because it ain't guaranteed, and you take it for granted, man. You miss out, and miss out on some memories, man, and probably die old and sorrow because you allow something so minute to stop you from making that connection with one of your loved ones, like your family, your parents, or someone that really meant the
Yes,
significant
sir.
as a child, as an adult, or as a loved one. So uh, practice that, man, everybody.
Let the grudges go, man. Let the grudges go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Keep a lot of stress off you, man. Keep your soul and your mind right. Uh, hey, Square, so you doing big Hollywood things right now, huh? You just gonna bounce about the state, huh?
Yeah, I got to take a visit real quick, man. But I'll be back in a few days. Nothing real serious. Everything is on the up and up. I'm just going to take a quick visit. That's all.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, do what you got to do, man. Tap in, man. I appreciate you taking this opportunity, man.
And once I touch down, we can. If you want to go back, just hit me up, man. I'll go live anywhere.
Yeah, I want to see you in your Hawaiian shirt and all that. I ain't trying to drinking little fruit drinks and shit. I don't want to tell all that, homie. You understand me? Yeah, yeah, enjoy your time,
Nah,
dog.
man.
How long you gonna be gone down there? A week or something? Are you gonna
Like,
move it?
nah, 3 days, man. 3 days.
Oh,
Or
72 hours?
yeah, as my constituents say, my friends say, third. We going 3 days, Trey days.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. So anyway, this nigga here crazy.
Uh,
Hey, look, listen, let me get this nigga off the phone, man. I mean, off the screen. He's tripping. Hey, look, he's tripping, man. So listen, I earlier when I came on, when we came on with the show, y'all heard the song is called "On the Line" by Woody Mammoth. It's on all streaming platforms. Produced by Eric Lee, 500 Hertz. The song is called On the Line. It is on the streaming platforms now by Willie Mammoth. That's our theme song. And one day we're gonna get around to doing the video for that song.
Man, I was just getting ready to say that, man. We're gonna have to put the press down on Willie to get that video out, and I'm gonna act the fool too. Nah,
Yeah,
But we're gonna have to get with Willie and put the press down so he could do the video,
most
Willie been doing, he been busy juggling a lot of stuff, so we're gonna be patient with him.
yeah. Now for all you viewers up there, as you can see this let me slide over here. You see this On the Line podcast t-shirt. Y'all can bang the line, you know what I mean? Hit us on the DM, on our DM. And you get one of these shirts, man, support us, man. Stop just talking about you like the show. Support us, man, by purchasing one of these On the Line podcast t-shirts. So I'm just letting y'all know they're available. We got some new ones. Ran out the other ones. It went so fast. I don't even know what happened, but we got a fresh batch. Tap in, purchase the shirt, show support, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe button. Listen to us on all digital platforms. We on everything, right? Basically, Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick.
Hmm.
We're on everything. When in a few days,
Please report back to the TSA security.
in a few days we'll be in the coming days we'll be on Pod TV as well. So just let us know we got some things going on, moving slow, moving show. We just move along, make sure we're making the right moves. But we appreciate the audience for tapping in. Y'all get opportunity, man. Go look at our past shows. Listen to our past shows. We're on all streaming platforms again. We are available on all streaming platforms. Hit that subscribe, hit your notifications so when we go live, like we're doing now, you can see us live. Like, set your notification to see our show. Junior, you got something you want to say before you get out of here?
Still representing, baby. Still representing. No, just thank you for everybody for tuning in and hanging out with us. We'll catch y'all back on the up and up in a few days. Stay safe out there this weekend. Most importantly, stay safe this weekend. It's gonna be a lot of knuckleheads, a lot of this and the that's. Just bob and weave and watch your back.
All right, then. May you stay safe, man. Have a nice trip. I want to say this On the Line LLC, Digital Soapbox. Hit up Digital Soapbox. Look at all the other shows that are available on Pod TV and on YouTube. Smooth Cup Production, Artist Shield. We out here, baby. Much love and respect.